1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in love with black plastic. I love the color pictures on your jacket. The way you groove is just like magic. I wanna wash you, I wanna wipe you. I lock my doors at night so nobody can swipe you. You get protected every time you are completed. We'll try to find your book, said you were deleted. I'm in love with black plastic. I love your bumps and your tiny scratches. The vibes you give me are so fantastic.
Hey! You ruined my record, man! I just bought it!
Hello, everybody. This is our new TV show. I'm going to have a special guest every time. This is for our new TV show slash podcast. It's going to be also on YouTube, and I'm going to put the audio on Spotify. So hopefully it comes out good. It's really hot in here today. We're sweating.
Mm-hmm.
And our first song, because we're named Black Plastic, is going to be the name of the show. We're going to start out with how I named this show was with Jonee Earthquake. Jonee Earthquake was is a good friend of ours that we go to his Christmas parties, and he's the only guy that at a punk show when my band was playing was under the hood holding a flashlight and helping me work on the vehicle. But we've gone to every Jonee Earthquake Christmas party for the last 5 years. He's been to my birthday party since 2001. My daughter's named after him. You got anything to say about Jonee Earthquake?
He's a good friend.
What about his music? Anything about his music?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, this is my son, Presley Payne. He's doing the first show with us, and this actual show is all bands that I have seen live. And I had like 30 to choose from, and my son crossed off a lot of really good ones. And so I had to cry every time he crossed off, like Morbid Angel,
Not
Cannibal
my fault.
Corpse.
It's not my fault. You gave me the option to choose and
He also crossed out George Jones, Ninja Death Squad, Poison. So yeah, I was kind of sad.
Save some for the next show.
Well, the next show will be me and Al's bands that we've seen live together.
Technical difficulties.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in love with black plastic. I love the color pictures on your jacket. The way you groove is just like magic. I wanna wash you, I wanna wipe you. I lock my doors at night so nobody can swipe you. You get protected every time you are completed. We'll try to find your book, said you were deleted. I'm in love with black plastic. I love your bumps and your tiny scratches. The vibes you give me are so fantastic. I love your sound, I love your feel. I love the smell when I break your seal. I wanna spin you, I wanna win you. I wanna stick my needle in you. Just one question before we mingle. Are you 16? Are you a single? I promise that my love for you will never dwindle. If you let me put your hold on to my spindle. I'm in love with black plastic. I love the color pictures on
Jonee Earthquake. He has played in this very spot tons and tons of times.
I think it was about like 5 or way more
What?
than 5.
5?
Like 12.
He has been...
He played a lot.
This how long's the dive bar been going on? The dive bar has been going on for 8 years since it's been called the dive bar. And he's played here probably about 15 times since it's been called the dive bar. And about 6 times before it was even the dive bar. So he's been around here quite often. So we're going to go right to the next song. We got to change it up to not 45. And we're going to go. This is the Subhumans. I saw them in Boston probably about 12, 13 years ago. I had to jump a subway track because I got on the wrong side of the track, and they gave us a token, and it was after midnight, so we couldn't buy new tokens. I only had 1 token. So we had to jump electric rails and hopefully not get electrocuted to get to the other side of the track and not get hit by a train, just to make it to our car outside of Boston. So, and the guy, when they played, it was great. Dickie, there's some guy was jumping around around the stage, and so and he kept jumping on the stage, and the bouncer threw him out, and he went off the stage and grabbed the guy from outside the venue, brought him back inside, and put him on stage with him, and told the bouncers if he was kicked out, then he was leaving. So that's the punk stuff that I like. You know, they really show the love to the fans, and that's all that matters. So let me change this over.
I'm your new entertainer now.
Well, to talk a little bit.
Well, I don't know what to talk about. I don't have much knowledge.
You don't need knowledge.
Because you're gonna say I get something wrong, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
Change is not progress unless it feels better. I'm waiting for better, just makes it feel worse. We blow all the bubbles of open excitement, trying to calm down before they all burst. Too used to asking for things we deserve, clean water in taps or someone to live. I'm failing to see that merely by asking, we're setting the limits on what people give. I don't want your promises, I don't want your change. What's the chance of being heard? I won't ask you again. And asking for change is like asking for freedom. The choose of supplies all you need to be free. We take the position of moral consumers, only to find that there's no guarantee. Action's a magnet for those who quit asking, but couldn't find anyone else they could tell. Action is not only making a protest, but making that overdue phone call as well. I don't want your promises, I don't want your change. But what's the chance of being heard? I won't ask you again. talking and changing like it was our fault. Things are all going wrong. Look a bit wider and get the whole picture. Then turn off the nerve that says, here you belong. The people who change things are dead when it's normal. Unlucky to stay out of jail when it's not. You can ask for the world to stop kicking your soul in, or stand up and fight for the fighting to stop. We don't need your promises. We don't need your change. If this is all you have to give, we won't ask you again. We don't need your promises. We don't need your change. If this is all you have to give, we won't ask you again. We won't ask you again.
That was Subhumans with Won't Ask You Again. The next one is Cheech and Chong. This was a record store day release, and it was put out, I think it was 2 years ago, and it's just it's Up in Smoke on a nice marijuana looking disc, and I saw them. That was with Ian Tolliver and Jonee, and we went and got to see them. And I got the tickets bought for me. It was front row at the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom. And the funny thing was I went with a bunch of people that didn't smoke weed, so I filled a whole pack of cigarettes with rolled joints. And so every rest area we stopped at, I wasn't smoking cigarettes at the rest stop. I was smoking joints. I was pretty freaking high, but everybody else was like, what are you doing smoking weed here? Of course, back then, it wasn't legal anywhere. So yeah, here goes Up in Smoke by Cheech and Chong.
Here it goes.
Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. In my lungs, and sometimes up my nose. When troubled times begin to bother me, I take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke.
Up in smoke, donde todo es libre. There are no signs que dicen no fume. So I roll un bomber y me doy un buen toque. Y después I choke y todos mis cares go up in smoke. Come on, let's go get high. Up in smoke, that's where I wanna be. 'Cause when I'm high, the world below don't bother me. When life begins to be one long and dangerous road, I take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke. I take a toke and all my cares go up in smoke.
So yeah, Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke. On the other side of this vinyl, it's a redone version of that song, but with like them talking about the 40 years of smoking. So yeah, that was Up in Smoke by Cheech and Chong. All right, so next we got
Against Me.
Next we got Against Me. I've seen this band a lot. First time I saw them, it was only a 2-piece in Ohio. Then I saw them in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I remember you were at a apartment building, and you were almost. Everybody was like on that one floor, and the floor was.
It felt like
freaking.
the floor was going to cave in, so we ended up doing it on the lawn. And that was early years. But then, as they became a full band, I saw them on a bunch of different tours, and they were just so amazing live. They've quite changed since, and they got a little more poppier than I enjoy, but the dreams to go back to Against Me show and chant and hug everybody in the crowd, I still miss that. And this song is Scream It Until You're Coughing Up Blood by Against Me. Here it goes. I hope you were all screaming until blood came out for that one. Yeah, Against Me. I've seen them like so many times. If you check out their DVD, Never Coming Home, I'm actually in it. You know, you can look for me with the Morpheus trucker cap. So yeah, introduce myself again. I'm Spanky Payne, and if you've ever seen my record collection, it's pretty big, and I really love collecting records. It's getting
expensive.
It's getting expensive, and it's getting to where it's had to move into different rooms because it's getting too big. And I'm going to have to take my son's room next. So yeah, I'm Spanky Payne. This is Presley Payne. He's going to be partly inheriting these when I die. I got to split it between him and Veda. But the next episode's going to be with me and Al, with all the bands that we have seen live. Well, not all of them, but 15 songs. And the one after that's going to be a reunion with me and my buddy Blu-ray High Def. He was on my old radio show, Spanky Payne radio show, which was a lot better than this because it was more scripted. But we're going to be working on the kinks of this thing. This is our first up. We just barely set this up for the first time tonight. Meanwhile, trying to work out my septic issue. So this is our first try at it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And subscribe, like us on Facebook, get us on Spotify, and watch us on YouTube. So the next song is going to be Black Sabbath. I saw them, when I first saw them, I about friggin' cried to see Ozzy Osbourne for the first time. Because it was like one of those things that you didn't think you'd ever see Ozzy Osbourne. And I got to see Ozzy, Black Sabbath. I've seen Black Sabbath a few times.
Well,
I wanted to take Presley to that last tour, but then he had Parkinson's disease. And he canceled his tour. And that made me kind of sad. I got to take him to Slayer, though, last year.
I have nothing really to talk about.
Well, what about Black Sabbath?
I don't know. I've only been to a couple concerts over my years.
What concerts
But
have you seen?
I've been a lot, like, you know, you've been with me. Primus,
Well, tell them.
I'm weirdly nervous, too.
This is his first radio / show. He's been on a bunch of TV shows, but...
Okay, I'll tell them the first story that comes to my mind when I think of Guar. Oh, I went to school, and I was talking to my friends because I told them I wanted to go see Guar, and I told them about them chopping Hillary Clinton's boobs off on stage. Then my teacher comes to my house and is like, "What about this Guar thing?" So I think that's something I had to throw out there.
Yeah, I got talking to by the kindergarten teacher because of my son talking about chopping Hillary Clinton's boobs off. Good role model I am. So next is Black Sabbath with War Pigs.
Take two.
A little poppy on this one.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah. Now in darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. On the knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah.
Yeah, Black Sabbath with Ozzy. Yeah, that record was a little bit warped.
And
Just
long.
a little bit. Oh, he thinks the 12-minute song is long. I call that a ballad.
You sure? That felt like an hour
That
to
is
me.
not long. It was only 12 minutes long.
12 minutes.
So the next we got, I got to take my dad to see this, and his friend that just recently died was there, which he was kind of excited to see. And this was probably about, I just got with my wife, so about 12 years ago. So this is David Allan Coe. The song is called Long-Haired Redneck, and it's by David Allan Coe.
Country DJs knows that I'm an outlaw. They'd never come to see me in this dive, where bikers stare at cowboys who are laughing at the hippies who are praying they'll get out of here alive. Loudmouth in the corners getting to me, talking about my earrings and my hair. I guess he ain't read the signs that say I've been to prison. Someone ought to warn him before I knock him off his chair, 'cause my long hair just can't cover up my redneck. I've won every fight I've ever fought, and I don't need some turkey telling me that I ain't country, saying I ain't worth a damn dog ticket that he bought. 'Cause I can sing all them songs about Texas, and I still do all the sad ones that I know. They tell me I look like Merle Haggard and sound a lot like David Allan Coe. And the barmaid in the last town that we played in knew the words to every song I'd wrote. She said Jimmy Rabbit turned her on to my last album, just about the time the jukebox broke. Yeah, Johnny Cash helped me get out of prison long before Rodriguez stole that goat. I've been the rhinestone cowboy for so long I can't remember, and I can do every song Hank Williams ever wrote. And I can sing all them songs about Texas, and I still do all the sad ones that I know. I can't help it, I look like Merle Haggard, and I sound a lot like David Allan Coe. But the country DJs all think I'm an outlaw, and they'd never come to see me in this dive, where bikers stare at cowboys who are laughing at the hippies who are praying they'll get out of here alive. The loudmouth in the corner's getting to me, talking about my earrings and my hair.
Yeah, that was David Allan Coe with Long-Haired Redneck. And now, what do we got?
I don't know.
Next. Now we got Gary Lewis and the Playboys. You're going to be like, how the hell did he see Gary Lewis and the Playboys? But I've been going to shows ever since I was Presley's age. My parents used to actually like to do stuff. And this is, I saw Gary Lewis and the Playboys at a car show when I was following Scotty Moore around. Scotty Moore was the guitar player for Elvis Presley, and he was kind of shocked that I was more knowledgeable on his own music than he was, because I was asking him all kinds of questions about years and all that stuff. And he was like, how do you know this? I was like probably 8 years old. But yeah, I was big into Elvis. So, but this song is Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Count Me In. One of the best Gary Lewis and the Playboys songs ever. There's a skip.
If you need someone to count on, count me in. Someone you can rely on through thick and thin. When you start to count the ones that you might ever doubt, if you think of counting me, count me out. When you count the ones that want you, count me too. If I'm not first on your list, count me blue. Just be sure you count on me, and when the counting's through, count me madly in love with you. You're down, and all your other friends you've lost can't be found. Just be sure you count on me when you're down and out. Count me in through thick and thin, or it don't count. When you count the ones that want you, count me too. And if I'm not first on your list, count me blue. Just be sure you count on me, and when the counting's through, count me madly in love with you.
That was Gary Lewis and the Playboys with Count on Me. Count Me In. So the next one is Presley's going to introduce this one because he's been on stage with this band in Holyoke. They've been the backing band for the New England version of them has played it right in this spot, filled this whole bar with a bunch of crazy people. But yeah, he saw him in Holyoke. So we're going to do the song. You know what song it is, right? What song do you think I picked? What's the song that you first listened to that's on my jukebox?
Three Little Pigs.
Three Little Pigs. So introduce the song.
This next song is Green Jello. The name of the song is Three Little Pigs. So here you go. My dad's kind of slow.
He might be a DJ later on, you know. We got to work on him a little bit. Got to work on me a little bit, too. I'm not doing so hot this first show. It's been a long time since I've done a radio show. So, yeah, here goes Green Jello or Green Jelly, however you want to say it.
Did you just call it DJing?
What do you call it?
Radioing.
Radioing is DJing, Presley.
It's not DJing.
It is.
It's DJing.
What do you think they call the people on the radio? They don't call them radioers.
Elvis Duran. That's what they call them.
Elvis Duran is a guy. And he sucks.
Better than you ever will.
Well, you give me the right equipment and I'll do best fine. So this is a Record Store Day release. And it's been...
backwards.
I'm showing the back first because, it's the Record Store Day release. And the front is the same as the old one. And the back version has... So you can see my friends that are actually played the dive bar a few times on here. From Jello. So, yeah, we're going to play Three Little Pigs by Green Jello.
Here it goes.
Why
little pigs and a big bad wolf. Well, the first little piggy, well, he was kind of hippie, spent most of his days just dreaming of the city. And then one day, he bought a guitar. He moved to Hollywood to become a star. But living on the farm, he knew nothing of the city. Built his house out of straw, what a pity. Then one day, jamming on some chords, along came the wolf, knocking on his door. Little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin. Little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin. Well, I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in. Well, the second little piggy, well, he was kind of stoked and spent most of his days just a ganja smoking, hopping and a bopping down on Venice Beach, getting paid money for religious speech. Built his shelter from when he garbage picked, mostly made up of old cans and sticks. Then one day he was cranking up a Marley. Along came the wolf on his big bad Harley. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin. Well, I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in. Well, a third little piggy, the grade A student, his daddy was the rock star named Pig Nugent, earned his master's degree from Harvard College. Built his house from his architect knowledge, a tri-level mansion, Hollywood Hills. Daddy's rock stardom paid for the bills. Then one day came the old house smasher, the big bad wolf, the little piggy slasher. Little pig, let me in. Little pig, let me in. Well, I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing it up, blow your house in. Well, the big bad wolf, well, he huffed and he puffed all that he could. And lo and behold, the little piggy's house stood. It's made out of concrete, the little piggy shouted. The wolf just frowned as he pouted. So they called 911 like any piggy would. They sent out Rambo just as fast as they could.
Yo, Wolfface, I'm your worst nightmare. Your ass is mine.
Well, the wolf fell dead, as you can plainly see. And that's the end of the story for you and me. You still give a listen, you just may hear the big wolf and little piggy say, little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin. Little pig, let me in. By the hair of my chinny chin. Well, I'm huffing, I'm puffing, I'll blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing, blow your house in. Huffing, puffing.
And that was Green Jello with the punk rock with the punk rock puppet master priest.
You.
Yeah, so we're gonna get him at the dive bar one of these days.
It cost you $1,000, he said.
Everybody says that's expensive, but you think about it. He's gonna fly from California.
I know.
And round trip to California, and he's gotta have to place a stay and food.
Well, he's giving you a deal.
He's also gotta support his family. So yeah, $1,000 for man speaker ain't that bad. So next,
I'm Peppa Pig, and this is my little brother George.
So next we have another band I've seen a lot.
What?
Who is it, Presley?
Hank.
Hank who?
The Herd.
You don't need to hold the microphone.
Makes me feel 10 times cooler.
All right, so yeah, this is Hank Williams III. By record, I found out he's not making any money off the Curb stuff that he had released, which kind of pisses me off because I did buy it on a record store day vinyl, which is great. It sucks that all of the albums itself are really expensive, like $150. You know you're on film right now, right? Being a fool.
Yes, I know.
So it sucks that he didn't get no money out of this record that I bought. But he is one of my favorite country singers. He does metal, punk. I was debating on doing his punk stuff, but this is Hank 3 with Crazed Country Rebel. And I have seen him a lot. If you go on my YouTube page, you can actually see this video I recorded of him live doing this song. So here goes Crazed Country Rebel by Hank Williams III.
To feel like I might have OD'd on an overdose of drugs, overdose of sin. I'm gonna live it to the fullest like I'm on 10. And I love getting high, I hate being low, and I like to drive my truck down a muddy dirt road. And I'm working real hard, trying to get paid, cause I'm a crazed country rebel and I'm drifting state to state. Somehow I made it up to Texas with a crawler full of grass, and I'm seeing all these pigs who wanna bust my ass. And I'm always living hard, always smoking weed. Now I'm hanging out in Texas drinking mushroom tea, and I fucked up on the floor, and I think I know why. It must have been some of that Boone County moonshine, an overdose of drugs, overdose of sin. I'm gonna live it to the fullest like I'm on 10. And I love getting high, I hate being low, and I like to drive my truck down a muddy dirt road. And I'm working real hard, trying to get paid, cause I'm a crazed country rebel and I'm drifting state to state. Tried to get myself in line, cause the ceiling's talking to me and the pistol's flushing fire. That's why they call me full throttle. I like a good time, and I started at a bar with a friend of mine. Well, she had to hook me up, she said she blowing my mind. And I've been up for 4 days, so cut me out another line of an overdose of drugs, overdose of sin. I'm gonna live it to the fullest like I'm on 10. And I a rebel and I'm drifting state to state.
Hell yeah. Get some hillbilliness out of there. That was Hank the Third. And yeah, we've got to hang out with Hank. He's a good shit. He actually recognized me, and I didn't recognize him one time because of he had his hair up in a hoodie, and he was kind of sneaking through the crowd, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, Spanky, what's up?" But yeah, Hank Williams III is one of the best to see live. Which he needs to either get, I don't know what's going on with him. He hasn't done a tour in like 5 years, and it's kind of driving me insane. We miss him. We want to see him play again. So hurry up and get on the road.
After quarantine.
So the next artist is Hermits. And the song is I'm Into Something Good. I've seen this band twice. Both at the same place, the Paramount Theater. The last time I saw them, my wife was pregnant with this little shit.
True.
And she's like, your son is in there doing the same thing that you and your dad is. Because my dad was right behind my wife. I was right next to my wife. And we were both shaking our knee to the music. And she's like, I think your son's doing the same damn thing because it feels like it. So she said he was dancing to Hermits in her belly. And, I love Hermits. Peter Noon, great performer, a lot of fun. I'd go see them anytime. I'd like to see them come around again. It's been, he just turned 11 yesterday, so it's been a while since I've seen the Hermits. So, yeah, here goes. Hermits. I'm Into Something Good.
Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Whoa, yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. She's the kind of girl who's not too shy, and I can tell I'm her kind of guy. She dances close to me like I hope she would. She dances with me like I hope she would. Something tells me I'm into something good. Into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. We only dance for a minute or two, then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Can I be the one in love? For she's everything I've been dreaming of. She's everything I've been dreaming of. I moved her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something good. Oh yeah, something tells me I'm
Yeah,
into something
Hermits,
good.
Peter Noon. Man, he looks still like he was in great shape when I saw him live. Of course, I think he was only like 16 or 15 years old when he first put out a song when he was on TV. So yeah, he didn't age very much, but he was pretty young when he started, so that kind of gives him a little bit of advantage. So next, the Misfits. I saw them at I went to go see them at 242, and I saw them in 1998.
Get your things right.
With an ex-girlfriend, stayed at her house, and my parents said, well, you can go, but you can't miss school the next day. I took a Greyhound bus after sleeping at my girlfriend's house, left early in the morning, went to the Greyhound bus station early in the morning, got to class by 7, I think it was 8:15. Got to class. I had a big black and blue mark of a shoe print in my back. And I had a Tree shirt because they opened up for Tree that night. Tree opened up for them. So yeah, that was a pretty cool show. It was when Michael Graves was still in the band, and then I went to see him at 242, and they were bitching because the stage was too small, and I ended up showing up late because I got arrested by rear-ending a police officer. Sandals were not the right choice for that date. So yeah, here goes the Misfits with Skulls.
And the blood drains down like devil's rain. We'll bed tonight. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. Demon I am and face I feel. See skin turn inside out though. Gotta have you on my wall. Gotta have you on my wall, I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. Go! Collect the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Hack the heads of little girls and put them on my wall. Oh! Oh! I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull. I want your skull. I need your skull.
Yeah, the
That was
Misfits.
the Misfits.
So I forgot to say the third time I saw them. Well, the second time didn't happen because I got arrested and they decided to pussy out. The third time I went to go see them, they were playing in New Hampshire at a strip club. Strip club was on one side, the bands played on the other side, and my friend's band opened up for them, and we decided that they didn't have all they had for band members. They had Death, and they had Robo, and they had Jerry Only, but Jerry Only was doing all the singing, and the only thing that sounded like Misfits was Jerry Only's woes. So I was like, this is gay. They're all old. And I decided to go watch the strippers instead. Now we have the Monkees. I saw this band in... I gotta think back. Oh, I saw them at in like, I think 01 or 2000 at the Rutland Fairgrounds. Well, it wasn't the full band. It was Davy Jones.
Wow, you're old.
And, thanks. And, so I waited in line for 2 hours to see Davy Jones to get his autograph. And the line was, it was so long. And then we got to, there was 5 people left in the line. And I was the next person to get signed. He's like, no, I'm done signing autographs. That's my limit. He could have been there for another 5 minutes just to sign the rest of the autographs after waiting 2 hours to see the guy. But yeah, so that was my disappointment. Now Davy Jones is dead, rest in peace. But I still wish I had his autograph. So here goes the Monkees with Stepping Stone.
Make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you used on me. You're reading all them high-fashion magazines. The clothes you're wearing, girl, are causing public scenes. I said, I'm not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. Not just stepping stone. Not just stepping stone. When I first met your girl, you didn't have no shoes. But now you're walking around like your front page news. You've been awful careful about the friends you choose, but you won't find my name in your book of who's who. I said, I'm not your stepping stone. Oh, girl, not me. I'm not your stepping stone. Oh! Not your stepping stone.
Yeah, the Monkees with I'm Not Your Stepping Stone. The funny thing is the last song was the Misfits, Skulls. My band Morpheus covered that song. And that song, I actually heard a audio tape of my guitar player of Morpheus singing the lyrics with his dad playing guitar, probably when he was like 6 or 7. And then I drunkenly did it with the Pretty Corpses. Thanks, Ian. But it was my 28th birthday, I think. Yeah, because it was right after Presley was born. Presley got a babysitter when he was like a real baby. So the next record is 9 Inch Nails from Pretty Hate Machine. And I saw them twice, but it was like towards the end of their career when they already had that new album out, and I was not impressed. But he did a lot of the old songs. I saw them in New York with my ex-girlfriend after we went to a bunch of music parks and stuff. And then 2 days later, I told Punky how great it was, and Peaches ended up jumping on my back at that show. She's the one that does Fuck the Pain Away. She jumped on my back during that song as I was trying to find my seats because we got caught in a road jam, and that's when we missed all of Peach's show besides that song, but it was worth it. You know, she jumped on my back, and but then we got to see Nine Inch Nails, and they said that was one of their best shows. The first show he didn't even talk during, but the second one in Mansfield he did talk to the crowd. But yeah, Nine Inch Nails with Kinda I Want To. My favorite band in high school.
I can't shake this feeling from my head. There's a devil sleeping in my bed. He's watching you from across the way. I cannot make this feeling go away. I know it's not the right thing. I know it's not the good thing. Kinda I want to. Kinda I want to. I'm not sure of what I should do. When every thought I'm thinking of is you. All of my excuses turn to lies. Or maybe God will cover up his eyes. And I know it's not the right thing. And I know it's not the good thing. Kinda I want to. Kinda I want to. Kinda I want to. Kinda I want to. Kinda I want to, maybe just for tonight. We can pretend it's alright. What's the price I pay? I don't care what they say.
Man, I love that friggin' album. I used to play that all the friggin' time, blaring it just to piss my parents off. So we're going to get right into the next song, and the next song is... The next album is by Paul Revere and the Raiders, and this is the Greatest Hits album. So I met him in person, got a picture with him, here it is. And I told him, I was like, I'm a punk band. I like to see punk shows. And you just put on one of the best shows I've ever seen. And he had a good smile on. He just barely passed away, I think, like 5 years ago. Paul Revere did. So here goes Paul Revere and the Raiders with Kicks.
Inside, when you come back down, girl, still ain't feeling right. And don't it seem like kicks just keep getting harder to find, and all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out it's too late, girl, you better get straight. No, but not with kicks. You just need help, girl. A little piece of paradise, but it ain't happened yet. So girl, you better think twice. Don't you see, no matter what you do, you'll never run away from you. And if you keep on running, you'll have to pay the price. And don't it seem like it's just keep getting harder to find, and all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out it's too late, girl, you better get straight. No, you don't need kicks to help you face the world each day. That road goes nowhere. I'm gonna help you find yourself another way. Kicks just keep getting harder to find, and all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out it's too late, girl, you better get straight. Don't it seem like kicks just keep getting harder to find, and all your kicks ain't bringing you peace of mind. Before you find out.
Paul Revere and the Raiders. Rest in peace, Paul Revere. He was so entertaining live. It was great. I really wish I got to see them more times. My parents got to see them before I was born a few times, and they always loved them, and that's why I went with my parents. That was pretty cool. I didn't go to many shows with both my parents there, so it was cool to have my mom actually enjoying some oldies. So next we have Primus,
Mr. Know-It-All.
and this is off the Frizzle Fry album. Presley actually got to see this band live the last time we went to see them with Slayer and Ministry and Phil and Samo.
Fun times.
Second to the last time, I went to go see them in Burlington at the waterfront. I got there, and he was whining that he wanted to see Primus forever, and I get there and realize that everybody under 12 was free, and he could have gone with me, and he was really mad at me for that. So I made sure I spent $45 per ticket to take him to see Primus at the Slayer concert. So yeah, here's a picture from me, Al, and Presley at the Primus show. And here goes Mr. Know-It-All.
They call me Mr. Know-It-All. I will not compromise. I will not be told what to do. I shall not step aside. no time to waste. My mouth is fused for intellect, and I've such elegant... Mr. Know-It-All, I supped the aged wine. Oh, I could tell some wondrous tale if I should find the time. Well, I must be Mr. Know-It-All, for ideas they come in bounds. I am Mr. Know-It-All, there's plans of Mr. Know-It-All. I am so eloquent. Perfection is my middle name, and whatever rhymes with eloquent.
Yes, that was Primus with Mr. Know-It-All. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, and next week we will have Al, my co-host for Let's Chat and Underground Overdrive and best friend, joining me on the show, and we have a selection of songs that bands we both seen live, and the next one after that will be Blu-ray High Def, a reunion of the Spanky Payne radio show. So make sure you subscribe, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and check it all out. Thank you. Bye.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in love with black plastic. I love the color pictures on your jacket. The way you groove is just like magic. I wanna wash you, I wanna wipe you. I lock my doors at night so nobody can swipe you. You get protected every time you are completed. We'll try to find your books that you